Hello YouTube, this is an overview of the iPhone OS 4.0 that was announced today. All images and stories are courtesy of Engadget.com, so please go and check out their website and look through all of their articles. This is just a video review if you don't like reading through all that sort of thing. So I'm not trying to, steal any of their content. I'm just trying to make it easier for people of the internet to understand the new iPhone OS. So iPhone OS 4, I'm just going to be going through the entire keynote, basically what happened, and show you some of the new features that are going to be available to iPhone and iPod Touch users, and iPad users in fact. So, then it starts to announce iPhone OS 4, summer 2010. So the developer preview is today, and there are all sorts of new features, 100 new user features. And number 7, the biggest one, is multitasking, as well as, so obviously multitasking is probably one of the biggest features that everyone's going to be looking forward to, but it's also going to support Bluetooth keyboards, playlists, tap to focus on video, gift applications, geotagging, places in the photo app, change the home screen wallpaper, Bluetooth keyboards, and spell checker. So the biggest feature obviously is multitasking, and they're talking about how that's going to work and how it doesn't drain your battery life. As you can see in this picture here, you can now change the wallpaper of the home screen, and the dock is slightly changed. Also here, this is showing the multitasking that's going to be now available, where you double click the home button and it brings up a dock in any application you're running so that you can switch between applications. This essentially means you can have anything running in the background, say if you're uploading something to YouTube or sending an email or anything that's going to require maybe a set amount of time, you can have it running in the background, or if you're downloading anything, it can now run in the background and you can play a game or browse the internet or whatever. You just double tap the home button and it brings up the dock for you to quickly switch between applications. So it just shows you all the apps that are running, like basically a dock that you can call up. So it's quite an intuitive interface. So literally any application you're running, you can just do that and go to whichever application you're running, and you don't have to worry about closing any of the applications because it's all done for you. There's no task manager that you need to worry about, which I'll get to later. So they're talking about how Pandora works with it, like in the background, because you can listen to music in the background whilst you're playing on other applications and such with Pandora. And the next thing is VoiceOver. So it brings up this double status bar up here that says Skype, because obviously this person's in Skype, and you can have calls. You can get a call from Skype in the background, so even when you're browsing through, you can get a call. See, this person was playing a game, then you get a call during Skype because it's running in the background, and that's why you've got this double status bar. So that's the VoiceOver. Background location, it says about turn-by-turn navigation like TomTom sat-navs, which provides directions. You can get them running in the background so you can listen to music in the background while they're giving you directions at the same time. So all these unique different features. So you can, here we go, so they're listening to music or playing a game or something while like in the passenger seat, while you're still being told directions by the iPhone. Completion. When you're completing a task like uploading pictures to Flickr, this is what I was talking about, you can now continue to upload pictures in the background. So basically you can carry on playing a game while you're uploading something. 7 surfaces for multitasking. So, there's plenty of applications that you can be running at the same time. And to find the applications, you've got the home screen, and you flick through onto the different home screens and you've got your applications all spread out there. I can't remember how many pages there are, but there's up to 180 applications that you can have. But with this new folders thing, it creates an icon. You see here, you see the icons that are normally on the home screen. You can group them together now to make a folder. You just drag one to the other and it instantly makes a folder, and going by what application it's directed under in the iTunes store. Say if you download a game, it already says the genre is game on the iTunes store, so it's going to group it and it's going to call the folder game for you because it knows that they're games. So you can change that. It's just a a unique feature to have, and it's really handy just that you don't have to sit there typing out a name for the actual folder. It does it all for you. So if I drag some some Skype and some other services such as that, it'll possibly say social networking or something like that. And so you can now, if you click on the icon, now you group them all together. If you click on the icon, it will come up with this pop-up notification window, and it will show you all of the things in that folder as well as the names. So that's just really handy, and that means you can have more than 2,000 applications now filling up the several pages. Obviously, the setting the background on the home screen or the main menu, unified inbox, so that all of your different mail accounts can be connected to the same inbox, and you get all of your different emails through the same application rather than juggling between a few. You can open attachments that have been in your inbox, so if someone sends you a file, you can open it now on the iPhone in iPhone OS 4. And iBooks, which was obviously introduced originally on the iPad, so nothing too interesting, but it's nice to have if you want to read ebooks on your iPhone. And it comes with a free Winnie the Pooh book, if that's your kind of thing. It's talking about enterprise stuff. This is very interesting. I found this quite nice. Game Center is like a new thing because obviously they're marketing it as quite a big game platform now, the iPod Touch and the iPhone, and because they have over 50,000 games compared to, as you can see, it dwarfs the Nintendo DS and PSP, even though these aren't necessarily large titles like those other two consoles. But it's like their own Xbox Live. There's achievements, leaderboards, matchmaking. You can invite your friends. You can invite friends. There's matchmaking there into multiplayer games, leaderboards, and achievements. So it's like Xbox Live for the iPhone, really, and I think that's very unique, and I think that's really gonna hit off the gaming platform on the iPhone and iPod Touch and even the iPad. And iAd is their new mobile advertising group. You see, when I first saw this, I thought, I don't want advertisements on my phone, but it seems very, very interesting. You see different advertisements all over the web, but this is very unique because the advertisements, you can interact with them very well. Like, for instance, this one, it's a Toy Story 3 one, because obviously Steve Jobs is Disney Pixar, so they showed this off. There's a Toy Story 3 banner just down here at the bottom of this web page that they're looking through. So you click on that, and it brings up this whole new window where you can watch videos of it. You can see the characters. It's all interactive, so you can scroll through everything. You can see videos, previews, download even wallpapers for the iPhone, so that you can set them as your background. You can see set as wallpaper, and it shows you where you can go and see it, or where you can go and buy the product on the Google Maps interface. And it shows you if you can buy it from the iTunes store, if it's anything like that. You can see Air Jordan. There's a video that you click on, and then there's a little cross in the corner. You just tap that, or it goes straight to the Nike ID thing, and you can download the free application and make your own trainers on there. So it's all very interactive. It's not annoying advertisements, because you can click on it and you can play games, and you can watch videos and use maps to find the product that it's advertising, which is very unique and very interesting. So that's pretty much it. It's coming to the iPhone 3G, 3GS, iPod Touch 2nd generation, 3rd generation in the summer, but multitasking is only going to work on the 3GS and the iPod Touch 3rd generation. For the iPhone 3G and the iPod Touch 2nd generation, they'll run pretty much everything apart from the multitasking, because multitasking obviously requires that extra power used in the 3rd generation iPod Touch and iPhone 3GS. And quite a longer wait for the iPad, because it's coming in the fall, so sometime a lot later this year, because obviously summer here, because probably they will announce the new iPhone around June, July, as they normally do. So there was a Q&A afterwards, nothing too amazing, but they made quite a unique comment about the iPad. A question was asked, how do you close applications when multitasking? So how would you close the applications while you're using the multitasking feature? Scott says, "You don't have to, the user just uses things and doesn't ever have to worry about it." Steve then replied, "It's like we said on the iPad, if you see a stylus, they blew it. In multitasking, if you see a task manager, they blew it. Users shouldn't ever have to think about it." So that's quite a bold statement there, and it really shows the Apple way.